Then I felt a pull, not forward or backward, just toward a presence, not another object, a person, a mind, a love. I did not argue. Every part of me leaned in its direction. People often talk about a tunnel. For me, it felt more like a path where the air gets brighter and cleaner, and you know there's a clearing ahead. I moved without walking. I did not measure distance. I shed things as I went, irritations, pride, those private scorecards I keep about doing enough at work, being a good husband, being a decent dad. They dropped away. What stayed was this simple truth: I am loved. Somewhere below, a voice said, "Stay with me, sir." Hands checked for a pulse, but I did not feel like I was leaving them. I felt like I was finally arriving where I belonged. In the light, a shape came into focus. It was not forced. It was given. A person stood there in a way that made me feel safe. He was familiar and more than familiar. If I say he smiled, I do not mean only a mouth moved. I mean the whole universe tipped toward me in kindness. "David," he said. I did not hear it with ears. I felt my name said in a way that matched who I really am. Everything in me answered. I cried. Not a loud, ugly cry, a clean one. The kind that happens after a storm rolls past and the air is clear. Tears in that place felt like light bending. They were part of the beauty. I did not feel small there. I felt true, like a guitar string finally tuned right. There was no shame. There was no list. There was only being seen fully and being fully loved at the same time. Questions rose in me like bubbles. What about my family? Did I do enough? What will happen now? But I understood that I did not need to push the questions out. He already held the answers because he held me. We were together in a place that felt like the best parts of a place. Safety, welcome, home, without walls or limits. The light had a gentle weight, like sun at 4 p.m. in late summer. In that light, my life was present, like a book we could open together. He did not rush me to the hard chapters. He turned the pages with care. Under every page was the same message, like music underneath words. I love you, see? We did not begin with failures. We began with a small good thing. I was 28 in the scene. It was winter. I walked out of a grocery store. A man stood by the door with a cardboard sign. I had $6 in cash. I got to my car and felt a nudge. I went back and gave him $5. He looked me in the eye and said, "Thank you, brother." The message did not come as a sentence. It came as certainty. "David, I am not keeping score. I am keeping you." That sentence changed me. I saw how much of my life had been one long, quiet tryout. Be good enough for work, for family, for God. Here was the God I tried to impress, telling me he wanted me, not my performance. The scene shifted. The highway was gone. The light became deeper, like water. I felt a question, not asked out loud but clear. Will you let me show you more? Will you look at how your life touches other lives and how every honest effort is seen? Yes, I said without words. It was the yes of my whole self. Sirens would reach me soon. Hands would press on my chest. A stranger would speak hope over me. We stepped through together. We stood in a garden. It was not a cartoon heaven. It was simple and alive. The air smelled like rain on warm soil. The sky held gold and green at the edge. Trees rose up like strong friends. Each leaf held a small glow, as if stories were sleeping inside them. I understood without being told. This was a garden of what love does. This was where every act of love grows. A young father stood by a coffee machine shaking and crying. His wife was in trouble in labor. I did not know what to say. I walked over. I handed him a cup of coffee. I said, "I'll pray for you." It felt small at the time. In the garden, I watched the moment ripple. His heart steadied. He prayed. Later, he told friends. A stranger prayed for me. God sent me peace. He started praying for others. He started speaking hope when people were afraid. Years later, that new hire mentored someone else with the same kindness. I saw dark places too. Times I was sharp with my words. Times I did nothing when I should have cared. Times I chose speed over love. Light moved through them. It was not harsh. It was like clean water. Even the places where you held back love can become invitations. He made me understand. When you give me your regret, I can bring good from it. I cried again, not from shame, from relief. I saw that God does not measure our worth by success. He values sincerity. He values the honest try. He delights when we get up, try again, and choose love one more time. We came to a stream. The water was clear and bright. When I looked into it, I did not see my face. I saw scenes from my life moving like a gentle film. Work meetings, porch talks, family dinners, a long drive alone, a morning run, a late night worry that I gave to prayer. A healthy green line ran under each scene like a caption that said, "Love was here, grace was here, I was with you." I knelt by the water. "Lord," I said in my heart, "I thought you wanted perfection." He knelt too. His eyes were warm and steady. "David," he said into my being, "I do not delight in flawless performance. I delight in faithful hearts. I delight in those who try, who hope, who love again after they fail. You are my child. Your efforts matter more than you know." We stood again and the garden changed. Now I saw crowds, so many faces. Some I knew, neighbors, co-workers, old classmates, a cashier at a store I visit. Many I did not know. Each face had a soft line of light connecting to me. These are the ones your life touched. A kind word, a patient silence, a prayer no one heard. All of it became light in their stories. I saw a man I once helped on a freezing night with the flat tire. I saw how that small help made him kinder to a co-worker who was struggling. That co-worker later stayed late to help a customer. That customer went home and decided not to give up on himself that night. I saw a co-worker who once asked why I kept hope when work was stressful. My clumsy answer planted curiosity about God. She later asked a friend for a Bible. Quiet threads ran from moment to moment, person to person. I had not known. We climbed a small hill. From there, the whole garden came into view. The trees, the stream, the faces, the lines of light weaving it all together. It looked like a living map of love. It was not a map of my greatness. It was a map of God's goodness moving through ordinary people. It was beautiful. Silence filled the place like a soft blanket. The garden dimmed slightly at the edges, like a curtain was ready to move. I felt a new pull, different from before. It was gentle but firm. It was the pull of being sent. "David, your time is not finished," he told me without words. "You have more love to plant, more hope to give. Go back and tell them. Tell them I see them. Tell them their efforts matter. Tell them heaven rejoices over every act of love." My heart hurt. "I don't want to leave," I said like a child. He placed his hand over my heart. Warmth spread. "You will carry this place with you," he said. "When you choose kindness, you open a window to heaven. One day you will come home for good, but now, go." The light brightened. I felt myself move backward through layers of softness. The garden faded. The clean sound faded. The warmth faded. Then heavy weight, a pounding on my chest, cold air, loud voices. "He's back,"